A new round of campaign disclosures filed with the Federal Election Commission is shining a light on Donald Trump's fundraising efforts and just how much is being spent on his legal fees. About $50 million in donor money was allocated to help pay for Donald Trump's legal battles in 2023. The majority of his funds have come from small dollar donors. So for more on this, we're joined by CBS News political reporter Hunter Woodall. Thanks for joining us. You got to wonder how people feel about their money going to all these legal battles. How is Trump able to spend donor money? And I presume people are thinking they're helping with his reelection campaign. How is that money available to him for his legal battles?
Well, I mean, it's something that he's allowed to do, but the size of this is substantial. When you look at the numbers, I mean, my colleague Jake Rosen found going through, campaign finance records last night, and we checked again this morning. When you look at these numbers, former President Donald Trump, as he runs, for president once again, has spent, around $50 million on legal and investigation-related costs. That's a substantial figure. Now, I also want to note, however, former President Trump is a large fundraiser. He does tend to raise a lot of money. So that $50 million is obviously money that is spent from various political committees. And when you look at these filings too, his two major, political orbit places that you look at, his super PAC and his main campaign account, still have a fairly large amount of cash on hand. I mean, I believe well over $50 million when we looked this morning. So there's still a lot of money that the former president has to help him run in this, re-election campaign. Now, the biggest thing too, though, is he would have more money were it not for these investigation-related costs. Obviously the criminal cases involve, in one part, his effort to overturn the 2020 election results.
Yeah, all that flying back and forth to all those court appearances got to cost money, too. I'm really curious about Nikki Haley, though, and how her fundraising is going. There's been a lot of talk about how what's keeping her alive are these big money donors, as opposed to Donald Trump with the small dollar amounts. But what do we know? What have we seen?
It's really interesting when you look at these figures, and to be clear, they only cover the end of 2023, so there is a little bit of a lag. But former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, and the main super PAC supporting her, and again, that super PAC can raise an unlimited amount of money from donors, whereas the main campaign committee is limited in how much it can raise from donors. The Haley political orbit, again, the super PAC and the main campaign committee spent around $86 million at least last year in trying to get her elected. That's a very large number, but it pales in comparison, actually, when you look at the amount that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' campaign and the associated super PACs aligned with his efforts spent to try and get him elected. They spent, according to our count, over $170 million trying to get DeSantis elected president, and obviously the Florida governor dropped out after a second-place finish in Iowa.
Interesting. I mean, I guess there are some kind of really long shot candidates that are still out there. Any significant donor backing behind any of the other candidates in the race?
Well, that's the thing. When you look at this, I mean, essentially we've fallen into a two-person race in the Republican nomination, right? It is Haley versus Trump at this point. And if you're a donor, you're thinking, okay, you want that return on investment. You want to see, either you're trying to send a message with the money you're donating, or are you trying to beat Trump? Are you trying to ingratiate yourself with Trump? And I mean, that's the big thing here. And when we look at these numbers, you can still have a lot of influence in this race if you're a donor, but also, we could also start seeing more of a focus for Republicans on down ballot races. If donors don't want to give to former President Trump's campaign, there's still every House seat will be on the ballot, this fall. There's, this control of the Senate is at stake as well. So a lot of different races where we could see a lot of major money flowing to.
Yeah, that's a good reminder, Hunter, because that's what happened with donors in previous years. And they also found that maybe you could have a little more influence with the money that you have when you're looking at the down ballot races. A presidential election is super expensive, but a congressional election, maybe not so much. Hunter, thank you so much.
Thank you.